Good morning, afternoon, or even evening, past event. We are coming to you from Barron's Inn. Look at this lovely dining area. Thank you for tuning in for our August 4th Monday Morning Madness with me, Betty Allen, Max the Wonder Dog from the ALC Apartments, and
me, Bob, for news you can certainly use about upcoming activities and events and all around our cool campus. There is so much to hear, and you might want to take notes.
Or simply watch again when broadcast each Monday at 7 a.m., 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 6 p.m., and 10 p.m. for you night owls. And you can find it also on YouTube anytime, night or day. Quick note about Max the Wonder Dog. Thanks to all of you that commented on the fable I wrote for my creative writing class here at Passivant and read to Patience in Allegheny. It was about Max, my rescue dog, entitled Max the Ferocious Barking Dog, which is on our YouTube also. It's listed, though, as Max the Wonder Dog. And as I promised last time, I'm ready to tell you why he is called the Wonder Dog. So here goes, and I will read this to you. Why is Max a wonder dog? He is a dog with remarkable abilities, some even human-like. I've had Max about 5 years. He has learned several tricks, but because he's about 11 now, if they gave me the correct age, I don't let him do all of them. The rescue place said his birthday was February 14th, 2014. Really now? Valentine's Day? That sounds suspicious to me. He jumps through a hula hoop, shakes hands, speaks, dances on hind legs, goes up and down his dog steps to get on my bed or chairs, sits and waits in an elevator. He does a soldier crawl. He turns in a circle. He rolls over for belly rubs. He can search for hidden treats wherever I hide them. He runs when I say run, lays, sits, and goes to his pillow when I say, and cooperates when I put headgear or costumes on him for doing Monday Madness or holidays, which you will see on the next holiday probably. However, his most remarkable abilities are this. He always greets me with a special happy bark and wag of his tail when I leave him alone and come home. He sits and listens to me with his big sweet eyes. I can confide anything on my mind to him and he tells no one. Then he kisses me. He thinks he's protecting me when he barks at strangers and other dogs coming near us when we go for walks, until I keep telling him they are friends and they offer him treats that I keep in my walker. However, when they turn and walk away, he'll usually bark again. It normally takes several meetings for him not to bark at people and to get to know them. He follows me to the bathroom, even in the middle of the night. I don't know what he thinks he could do if I fell, but he must think he can keep me safe. He also steps into his harness when I hold it for him. This I did not teach him. He just started doing it. He was a rescue dog that my friends and I think was abused. He's especially leery of strangers, people with baseball caps, carrying newspapers, magazines, shopping bags, or whatever. With that in mind, he has adjusted really well to living in an apartment and meeting people as we walk down the halls and attend classes here at Passivant. Of course, keeping treats handy for strangers to give him always helps him make friends. He is definitely treat motivated. Anyway, right now he is the love of my life and more social than when I first adopted him. Max's personality is totally different than my poodle Buddy, whom some of you might remember. I still miss. But Max does kind of keep me on my toes, so to speak. He also makes me laugh, and I'm so grateful God saved him at the rescue place for me. Now you know the story about Max the Wonder Dog. Okay. Many residents have even noticed and commented that Max has become much more friendly since we moved over here to the apartments, and I've been walking him inside and outside the building. As a result, he hardly barks anymore. I think he barked once a while ago coming over here to tape this. So he's gotten to be a really good dog. What do you think?
Well, I think that Max has really been a good neighbor, and I enjoy meeting him in the hall. And even though he barks at me occasionally, once he recognizes me, then he knows that I'm a friend. Well, except for the news on Max, you can find most of these announcements with details daily on Channel 900 and in the Life and Times, and every other Monday as our current Aspire Summer Catalog. And don't forget, our local railroaders still need your help in creating our collector's wall of metal train signs. And here is a few of them that I can show you. You can see that they are very bright and colorful, and I think that you will enjoy seeing these signs in our catalog. You can stop by on any Wednesday, or you can get a hold of Dave Reckless or myself, and we would be able to show you the signs that are available. There's 3 different sizes of signs, and they range in price from $8 to $15, and I'm sure you'll find something which you will like.
Can you believe August is now here? I saw on my weather app that high temperatures are only going to be in the low 80s and low temps will be in the 50s next week. Max the Wonder Dog is scheduled for his last summer cut on August 11th. I'm sure he will feel better. Hey Bob, I'm curious, you already kind of mentioned, what do you think about Max as a neighbor? Does his barking bother you?
No, Max is a great neighbor, and I'm always glad to see him, and I think he's usually glad to see me, particularly if I have treats.
That does make a difference.
Now everyone, please note, all of the events we mentioned, as well as the contact numbers, can be found in the Life and Times and or the Aspire catalog, and on our Channel 900, which runs announcements essentially 24 hours a day. And of course, you can always watch the Monday Madness again on Passivant's YouTube. So there's no excuse for anyone here at Passivant not enjoying at least some of the wonderful activities that we have and are just a few steps from your home. You'd be surprised at some other interesting videos starring residents living among us on the YouTube. So please go explore. You have access to your computer or your cell phone, and the Aspire catalog has a complete list of all of the things that are in the Life and Times. Listen up, folks. Have pen and paper handy for the following from Betty, which happens to be some of the yummiest announcements of the day.
Be sure to look at all the information also in the August menu packet. There is something for everyone in the Dining Digest on page 1. Please have your calendars ready now to make note of some things you might be interested in or things that you're interested in when you go through the packet. As you can see, we're in Barron's Inn again, and you know, everyone has favorite recipes. Even Bob has a favorite chicken recipe that's excellent. And they would like for you to send them some of your favorite recipes so they can serve them in Barron's Inn. So anyway, if you have one, be sure to send them in to Rebecca, and instructions for how to do that on page 2 of the Dining Digest. And she would like to serve everyone some of our favorites, not just their favorites. Page 3 and 4 also has an August calendar with all the special events and promotions for the month. There are too many to mention them all, and I just passed in the hallway coming in here some kind of frozen blueberry things that I had forgotten about, and I'm gonna hope there's one left when we leave. But anyway, I'm thinking of S'mores Day and Bacon Lovers Day, Bob. Bob, I think you should send them your famous chicken recipe. What are you thinking?
Well, I think the chicken recipe is one of my favorites, and there isn't anybody that I've made it and shared it for that hasn't asked about the recipe. It includes some chicken breasts and some stuffing, and it's very tasty. It's an easy meal to prepare, and it's quite filling. And in addition to that, I have a wonderful 3-bean casserole that many people have commented on as well. So I'm going to send those to the for recipes. Yep, to Rebecca for recipes. But I'm also thinking about Root Beer Float Day and the Rib Fest at Wittenberg where they're going to have barbecued ribs, coleslaw, corn on the cob, and baked beans. Boy, that really sounds good to me. And don't forget the 4:30 seating at Wittenberg is for residents only, and the 5:30 seating is for all other independent living residents. And some of the folks from Wittenberg prefer to come at 5:30 as well. So it's a wonderful place to have dinner, and the people that you meet there are very friendly, and it's an enjoyable situation.
Great. I knew you go there sometime.
Yeah, I do.
I noticed that dining has had some interesting events at New Haven also in that packet. So be sure to check out the last page of the packet, which is the, quote, Be Well section, and it has a meal prep guide towards healthy eating. There are lots of great ideas many of us could use on that page. Now, here's a date to definitely write down. The next Dish on Dining will be held Friday, August 22nd at 2 p.m. in the game room.
Are they going to print menus on the dishes now?
Shame on you. That was funny last month, but now we are reaping some of the benefits of that first meeting.
But maybe some didn't listen last month, so remember, the game room where it meets is a friendly, relaxed space where we can speak openly about our disappointment.
Right.
But just as important, we should share the things that we do enjoy about the dining venues. It's a great chance to speak up and be heard, to ask questions, and to brainstorm new ways together that will help shape a better dining experience for all of us.
That's right. Together.
By Jove, I think you've got it.
I think you've got it too.
Remember, together, that's the key ingredient. We can make every meal something to look forward to for everyone if we work together. Write this down. Don't forget. Please join us Friday, August 22nd at 2 p.m. in the game room for the second
Dish on Dining. We can't wait.
In case any of you missed Bible camp, today, Monday, August 4th, is the last day. It meets at 1:30 in the Seaman Memorial Chapel. By the way, do you know that the Seaman Memorial Chapel or Prayer Chapel is open 24 hours each day except when something special is going on? That makes it available for private prayer and meditation whenever you feel the need.
You know, Bob and I are both in the creative writing class, which we enjoy as it inspires us to write fiction as well as nonfiction and other things. But there are also other artistic and creative classes listed in that same Aspire catalog that residents might enjoy. So you all should spend time looking through it and Life and Times also to see what interests you and try it. It doesn't hurt to try something new sometime too. So now we're going to go to other topics that our friends living here may be interested in, Bob.
In case no one noticed, MMC Land Company continues to work at Passavant. The August and September schedule is on page 6 of the last Life and Times. With that in mind, do you enjoy being outdoors? Please notice the 3 garden areas around the Abundant Life Center, which have a variety of beautiful and blooming plants. At this time of the year, there are colorful hydrangeas and huge sunflower plants at 101 Burgess Drive. Volunteers are still needed to help keep these plants beautiful. So call Tony Baldwin at 724-272-2353 for details on how you can help with the watering or the weeding. Not only will you be beautifying our community for all to enjoy, but you will get the benefit of some exercise as well.
And you know, walking dogs is good for both of you also, which I've been doing a lot of walking more since I've moved over here with Max, because you get to see all the foliage around the building. Also, just remember not to walk during the hottest part of the day. Remember also that the cement and blacktop gets very hot. And if you can't leave your hands, put them on the pavement, more than a minute or so, it's too hot for your dog's paws. And he could have some injured paws that you'd have to take him to the vet about. But whether driving or walking on Burgess, try to notice the quiet, shady, serene park with sidewalks and benches next to New Haven Court. That is a really nice place to walk and see plants and also be able to sit on benches and be in the shade if you get tired of walking around. It's really great over there. And even if you're not over there, from over there you can see the above ground boxes that people plant vegetables as well as flowers in, and they are all just either having tons of vegetables right now ready to pick or beautiful flowers that we either pick or we leave there so everybody can enjoy them. Now, also, let's see. Oh, I was going to say, the other day I saw somebody picking their tomatoes, and they gave me a handful of their cherry tomatoes. I think those were the best cherry tomatoes I've ever had anywhere, to tell you the truth. I won't say who, because I don't want them to be, people be asking for all their tomatoes. Anyway, Bob.
Well, God has certainly blessed us to send so many gardeners here on our campus that make walking, biking, and driving around so pleasant. And here's an update for ladies. Next Ladies' Night Out will be Wednesday, August the 13th in the Shoal, and there's 5 p.m. is the social time and 5:30 is dinner or supper, depending on where you were raised. Call Trudy at 724-609-1943 if you have any questions about Ladies' Night Out.
Just quick question. Are you from Pennsylvania?
Yes, I am.
And what do you call the evening meal?
Supper.
Okay. We called it dinner.
Yeah.
And your dinner we called lunch in Virginia. Anyway, and so today and tomorrow, though, you need to know this. Today and tomorrow is your last chance to sign up for Ladies' Night Out at the greeter's desk in the lobby of ALC. I just heard that there will be a short Reader's Theater production by several of your neighbors here. So if you don't usually attend, you might consider calling to get your name on the list for this Ladies' Night Out. It's definitely going to be memorable, I can tell you that. I have seen the practice.
So, Betty, do you think I could wear a wig and attend?
Let's see, I ought to think about that for a minute. Well, you might could, but I think they would still know it was you because of your smile.
Oh. Well, I would love to attend, but I think I defer to Men's Night Out instead.
Okay, that's good. You think one of us could go for men's night out to see what you all do?
Yes, I think you could if you hide in the back.
That's a good thought, everybody.
This next item will certainly make you trot down to the gently used shop at the very end of the Main Street Hall. They carry almost anything and everything that you might need. They have clothing, jewelry, knickknacks, and household goods. And they even have bedding.
Yeah, I bought some sheets there for one of my granddaughters to take to college.
Oh, well, all summer items are now on sale for only $2. And that is really a bargain.
It is.
Gently Used is now open on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, which is, for the summer, and that's really makes it convenient if you want to shop.
I bought all kinds of things there, especially tops. This is my favorite one. It's an Alfred Dunner top, and it's 2 sizes smaller than what I was wearing last year. So that made me happy too. Anyway, you've definitely got to go there and look, because you'll find something every time you go, and especially now when all the summer things are on sale for $2. That's a great buy. You could also do volunteer work there, and then you'd be the first to see all the new items come in. If there's something you really like, you'd be the first to be able to buy it. So call Linda Shonka at 724-636-5790. Also, keep in mind that profits benefit our benevolence fund. So you are volunteering there, but you're also helping our benevolence fund at the same time, which you might have to take advantage of at some point in your life. Who knows? Only God knows that.
Well, we also have a wonderful passive and auxiliary gift shop where you can also find treasures of things for yourself or for gifts for others. It's located at the main entrance across from the reception desk. You might want to check them out, Betty, as I think I saw some frog items you could add to your collection.
Oh my collection is huge now. Anyway, my frog collection started with me inheriting my favorite aunts. My Aunt Margaret collected frogs. I did have a really big one she had that sat outside, but it didn't make it to the apartment for some reason. But anyway, if you come upstairs, Bob's a witness. You can see most of my frogs out in front of my door. Anyway, I've added a few since I got hers.
I don't think it's ever too early to get a jump start on Christmas and birthday shopping. Because usually if you don't buy it when you see it, when you go back to buy it later, somebody else has taken it and you lose.
That's it.
The gift shop is open from 12 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. They carry a wide assortment of merchandise suitable for all ages. And I might add that they have very unique gifts and some beautiful jewelry, but they also have everyday items like toothpaste, dog treats, soap, crayons, and pens. If you can't find something you are looking for, you just have to ask Nancy Fleming, the manager, and she will try to get it for you. So please try our awesome cool gift shop before driving to a store in the summer heat.
And also, they have so many items in the gift shop that sometimes you just can't take them all in. And so if you don't see something, sometimes it's there and she'll find it for you. You just have to, look through everything, because there's so much there. It kind of blows your mind. Anyway, but you know what, Bob? The gift shop also needs volunteers. If you're interested, contact Nancy Fleming at 724-709-1399. And I don't know if you knew it, but the profits that the gift shop makes goes to our auxiliary, who uses those profits to purchase items that help all of us. The most recent I'm really thankful for, I don't know about you, Bob, you have to put in your 2 cents worth here, is the automatic door going into the swimming pool. Because if you're a person using a walker, a cane, a scooter, or even a wheelchair, and carrying towels or a pool bag, it is so nice not to have to struggle with that heavy door and risk losing our balance or falling down. All we do now is boom, push a button and the door magically opens. Please thank any members of the auxiliary you know or that you happen to meet for all the good they do here to help us. You know what? I think it would be really helpful to have a magic door to locker rooms too, don't you?
Yes, I think that would be very good. But I also would like to add that the auxiliary has funded some of the improvements to the audio-visual system in Show Conference Center.
Great. I've noticed the difference in there.
And now a reminder to check the Life and Times for opportunities to learn and play for several games such as bridge, poker. The poker folks meet Wednesdays at 7 p.m. in the game room. And I know that we have Canasta, and they will resume their schedule on August 7th. And also, the Mahjong group is still taking a break for the summer. But remember to check out Wittenberg activities listed in the Life and Times for even more opportunities, including games to enjoy.
Also, don't forget to notice that some Wittenberg activities are for their residents only. By the way, did you go to the last game night we had at Shoal?
Yes, I did. I went to the game night, and it was, I know we're planning on another one, and there were a lot of very interesting games to play. I played Mexican train dominoes, and I know there was a group playing poker and playing bridge.
We had Scrabble.
We had Scrabble. Yes, there was a lot of fun.
And I also took a new game, which is a version of Monopoly made for Zelienople. But we didn't have anybody wanting to try that for the first time, so.
I think that would be a great game to play because you'd learn about what existed in Zelienople back in the 1950s when the game was made.
Yeah, we'll take it again next time and see if we can get somebody to play it.
Yeah, we will.
Okay. Now, don't forget to, let's see, I'm at the game night. All right, maybe we could check to see what activities Wittenberg has, but you have to just remember that some things are only for Wittenberg residents. But if you do see something that you would like to go to and it doesn't say residents only of Wittenberg, you can call Arlene Mawhinney at 724-452-3681. And she will give you any information you might need about what you're interested in. Okay, now, don't forget to check out one or more of the upcoming 17, can't believe there's that many, Aspire Wellness trips listed in the Aspire catalog between now and December. Be sure to sign up for these trips before they are full as soon as possible in the fitness center. I'm sure there is something there that appeals to all of you. Hopefully there are still trips that aren't full and you'll be able to schedule them. So don't wait, or again, it will be too late. So again, sign up at Fitness with Brian Damaska at 724-453-3677. Bob, did I hear you went on a trip recently?
Yes, the train club took a trip down to the Carnegie Science Center where they had a private tour of the train display down there. And there is also a trip that I would like to sign up for. They have have lunch with friends on Thursdays and once a month, and that's open for both men and ladies, and it's a wonderful opportunity to have a trip down to a local restaurant and enjoy lunch with friends from Passavant.
Oh, that sounds interesting. I almost wished I'd have gone on that train trip. Next time you have one, you'll have to remind me. I would like to go. Anyway, all right.
Are you missing your phone? Are you missing your home church, which is now far away? Remember, there are 5 Sunday worship services on campus, plus some other meetings during the week that you can attend. You will be welcome to each one of them. All are listed in the Life and Times. Here's a quick recap.
Okay, Seaman Memorial Church invites you to choose from 3 Sunday services. The service at New Haven Court is 9:15 a.m., which will suit you early risers for sure. Then the Seaman Chapel service, which is also broadcast on 900 live, is at 10:30. So you have the choice of watching from home or going there in person, and you can be one of the people that you see the back of their heads from the live video. And last but not least, especially for those who like to sleep in a bit, Wittenberg Place service starts at 10:45. Each of the 3 congregations look forward to meeting and welcoming new people. So come and experience a powerful service filled with worship, prayer, music, and fellowship. They also have Holy Communion the 2nd and 4th Sunday each month. In addition, special funeral, memorial, and other services can also be scheduled there. Contact Pastor Frida at extension 3594. Another plus, if your sleep schedule changes, you can alternate between services. I know sometimes Max wakes me up early, and other times he sleeps and lets me sleep later.
There are also other worship services here at Passavant in addition to the Lutheran services. Our residents are of many different faiths, therefore there are other worship opportunities on campus as well as in nearby communities. All are listed on page 2 of the Life and Times and will be mentioned a couple now.
Okay, that being said, Seaman Chapel is also home to the Passavant Community Gathering, a non-denominational worship service whose motto is adding years of life through Christ. You are invited to join them in singing your favorite hymns, old and new, and also hear the scriptures from various local pastors who provide touching and Christ-centered messages. They meet at 2 p.m. the 2nd and 4th Sundays of each month. On August 10th, they'll have Pastor Lisa Griffin to bring the message. August 24th, Pastor Jim Gassoni, I don't know if I say his name right, and I'm sorry if I didn't. And September 14th, another one I'm not sure how to pronounce, Pastor David Trepanier. And September 28th, Pastor Linda Miller-Pretz. Next Catholic confessions are 10 a.m. August 7th and Mass at 10:30 in Seaman Chapel. Again, check page 2 of the Life and Times for this and more.
Thank you again for watching this edition of Monday Morning Madness. Remember, each Monday you can hear it at 7 a.m., 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 6 p.m., and 10 p.m. for those who stay up late. Those times should work with everyone's sleep schedule. You can also find all the information mentioned on the Channel 900 slides in the Life and Times, or the Aspire catalog, which is available in the Fitness Center. Monday Madness can be watched day or night on the YouTube channel.
Yep.
Just go to YouTube on your phone or your computer and search for Passavant. As I've said before, there is something, for everyone living here at Passavant to enjoy, to learn, and to be inspired by. In the Aspire catalog, a fiction story of Max the Wonder Dog is also there.
Sorry, The story of Max the Wonder Dog is on the YouTube, not in the Aspire catalog. I didn't make that clear. I'm sorry. Anyway, so please continue to watch 900 throughout the week for daily updates or cancellations which are broadcast. Some slides will simply be there, but they will have a big canceled sign across them that tells you that it's canceled for whatever date it is. So be sure and watch for those. And we're always looking for individuals who would like to read these announcements like we just did. If you're interested, just stop by the Media Services office next to the creamery and speak with Owen, the handsome young dude with black hair. There is also a sign-up sheet on his door when he's not available because he's out filming things. And just so you know, Monday Madness is recorded ahead of time. So be sure to watch 900 on Monday and for any cancellations.
Here are a couple of events we didn't mention, and there are more in the Life and Times and the Aspire catalog. The Abundant Life Men's Fellowship meets on August 8th at 2:30 in the game room. The NAMI Family Support Group meets on Tuesday, August 12th at 5:30 in the Beatitudes room. Call for information at 724-431-0069. Did you know there are many volunteer opportunities at Passivant? Someone to assist with sound systems in the show on weekends. The training will be provided if you contact Kathy Reed at 724-453-5414. It sounds like a fun job to me.
It does to me too, so I don't have more time.
We also need someone to read more Monday Madness, which is records on Wednesday before, so you can contact Owen in the media center. There is always a sign-up sheet on his door.
So, Max, he's down here snoozing now, I think. Bob and I, and Owen, hope you enjoy using all this news, as it's been a real pleasure bringing it to you today. Just remember, you can also find this information and more in the current Life and Times on Channel 900, and can see and listen to Monday Madness again on YouTube anytime or night. Max just woke up. Now, here is a nugget of wisdom for us to think about.
Today, folks, try to give a stranger one of your beautiful smiles.
Beautiful smile. You know, it might be the only sunshine he or she sees all day. You never know. So, thanks for watching again, and please tune in again next Monday for another Monday Madness. Adios till next time.
Adios till next time.
This is Betty Allen.
Bob the Wonder Bob, and Max the Wonder Dog.
And Owen. Signing off.
Okay?
That was perfect.
Well, it wasn't perfect, but...
Menu packet, and this is what I actually said about it this pair. And then we talked about the root beer float day and a rib fest day, and so and I just was encouraging people to read every bit of the August packet, and especially the meal prep guide.
Yeah.
So if you want to say anything about any of these things, about maybe the next dish on dining, or any responses you got from that last one that you had, the last meeting.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I mentioned that. So,
But there was a little bit of a kerfuffle with that, because I had looked at the game room schedule and it was open, but we had lost our email, so I was there was a new one created, because this one wasn't working. And so I didn't realize that. So it looked like nobody was there when I scheduled it, and there was a group there.
Oh, my.
And in the Life and Times, it had said 2:30 because Lisa knew that and adjusted. But then on the Dining Digest, we had already put that out.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, it was good. There was a lot of feedback, good feedback for that evening. And I'm actually looking forward to, we have all of the pieces for our kiosk. So we're going to have a kiosk in the bistro. So great. Folks will be able to order in advance and look up your own dining balance from the kiosk. And we're going to do some trainings for that in September. So,
Oh, awesome.
yeah. So do you want me to talk about that?
Yeah, that sounds good. They're already taking my fob when I buy something.
Yeah.
That's good, too.
That's really helpful. We have almost everybody, because a lot of folks were not, their fobs were not correct. They were programmed in multiple different ways over the years because somebody new was programming them.
Hey, that happens.
It does. And so we were finding that out, and then we worked with maintenance to sort of get that. So I think we're at about 90%. We only have a few people left to get their fobs coded correctly, and then we'll have less errors in charges and billing. And especially you with your name, Betty Allen and Bernie Allen.
Always had that problem.
And so when we had 2 Allen Mawinnies for a while. Oh no, there's 2 Allens. I think, but we had lots of folks with similar sounding names, and so a lot of times that would get mixed up. So we're looking forward to having that fixed.
Well, it sure is faster, I will say, to check out, because the people usually have to go down or find your name and make sure you're there, and then they put you in to get whatever you bought.
Yeah.
But here, they just add up what you bought and you put your little fob under there.
Yeah.
It does it all for them.
I know. I'm looking forward to using those in the dining room too, because that'll eliminate charge mistakes in the dining room.
Oh, yeah. I
So
can see.
we'll know exactly who's here and be able to identify that. So I'm looking forward to it.
Check it against your reservation list and make sure somebody else doesn't sneak in with somebody else's fobs. They wouldn't do that.
No. But that is funny. So we're hoping to by fall be able to make online reservations.
Oh, that'll be good too.
Yeah, so people can make their own reservations as they can look to see the whole week and what's available and make what's convenient for them.
And a lot of people don't have computers, but they do have their phone or an iPad, I've noticed, and or another tablet.
Yeah.
So they'd be able to do it on those too.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
And, even at the kiosk in the bistro, you'll be able to pick, select reservations and go through that way. So looking forward to the new innovations that we have.
Oh, me too. And some people aren't really satisfied with technology and where it's been going. But in cases like this where it's being used for good and to make things better, I think it's just like anything else. A lot of the technology benefits us in a lot of ways. And of course, there's always something, that we don't agree with. Same as when you go to school and get a new teacher. One student might really love this teacher and like her ways, and the other one might complain about the teacher. So, it's just, even with bosses,
Yeah.
One person loves this boss, but boy, she sure doesn't get along with this person,
Well, right now we have all the components and putting everything together. We have some wiring to do left. And once we have the kiosk up, we'll start doing some trainings.
And what is your projected date?
Ballpark. Sometime after Labor Day.
Oh, so that's pretty soon.
The next few weeks we'll be putting the pieces together and making sure everything's functioning and doing some tests. We have John and Jane Test in our system, so we practice using their names. And once we feel confident that everything is working pretty well, then we'll start doing some trainings with all the residents. So we'll go through step by step and do some small group trainings so people can get practice. But if anyone's ever ordered from a place like Sheets, or done self-checkout.
Oh, my kids do that.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Then if you've done those sort of things before, then you'll feel comfortable, should be comfortable doing self-ordering on the kiosk or placing reservations or looking up your resident.
Well, if you're UPMC and you go to the hospital over there or somewhere in one of their clinics, you've got to do the same thing. They've got a screen there and you had to say who you are and it says, are you so-and-so? And so some people will be used to doing that over there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then for anybody that's not used to it or is a little bit timid for technology, we'll make sure that we go through and, everybody gets to practice a little bit. And the screen is really nice and big. So that is helpful.
Yeah. And I'm sure if somebody did get stuck, there's another person standing around that probably has had more experience with it.
Absolutely. I'm sure most of the staff members would be able to help.
And where's it going to be located?
Right by our to-go stand.
Okay.
So kind of at the edge of the lobby, here in the bistro where you pick up your to-go meal.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be great. I can't wait to start using it.
Yeah. That's all I really have. We're getting ready for server training right now. I know Melissa's getting ready to start that. We have had a lot of new students join our team in the last few weeks as we're losing some of our seniors, and they're going away to college. So
I think it's great that you give all these young people your experience, their experiences here, they can put on their resumes. I think it's really great that y'all did that.
We had 9 high school seniors this year graduate, and most move on to college or professional jobs. And so some will come back through breaks. Some have already moved on. So we're looking forward to having this new group of students.
And they probably don't realize it, but they've learned a lot of people skills here, especially with it being a retirement center. And they've also learned the skills and know the ins and outs of being a waitress or a server or wherever they work, kitchen or whatever. I think it's great that you all can hire them. I really do.
Well, thanks, Betty. I appreciate that.
In fact, I started working when I was a junior in high school. I was in a program called Distributive Education, and that's what I intended to teach someday, but I ended up teaching something else. But anyway, I don't know if these students have a program like that, but we had a class that taught us how to fill out job interview papers and stuff like that, and how to do things right on a job, any kind of job, and they would come observe us at work and talk to our bosses. That's really helpful like that here.
Actually, Kaden, who works for us now full time, did a high school program that he did do called a work study, and his teachers came here and evaluated. We would fill out monthly evaluation forms.
That's
and they would come in and observe.
Yeah, I think it's an awesome program if the schools offer it.
Yeah. Not all of them do that, but we are, fortunate Kaden had a program like that in his school and worked through that.
Well, the main reason I liked the program and thought I would want to teach it, but ended up teaching something else, was because I noticed that it was an excellent program for kids that weren't college bound. So they go through this program in high school and they get lots of experience, and it helps them the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And I even had kids working at home at Wendy's or someplace like that, where my kids always wanted to go to the drive-up and get something. And they say, "Hi, Miss Allen, I'm using all those skills you taught me. Thank you."
That's so sweet. I mean, I think that it's really great. The students learn to break out of their shell. They learn to engage with strangers and adults in a way that they don't typically engage with adults.
If it wasn't for this, they wouldn't know how to deal with older people too, I'm sure.
And oftentimes you'd be surprised, this is the first time they've swept a floor or mopped a floor or, held to attendance accountability. In school, your mom or your dad takes you to and fro, and you don't have to worry about that so much. You come and go as you're told. Here, if if they aren't able to attend work, we hold them accountable to that. And we, counsel them through what that looks like. You've missed too many days or you've had too many absences. Now, you need to look at that and plan better.
Yeah, I'm sure they are not aware of the service you are doing them by hiring them and being like a counselor at the same time and telling them what they should do when they're out in the public, and et cetera,
I'll say often in dining meetings that they're very much like our kids. They come on board and they don't know a whole lot, and they don't even know what to expect from work or what the expectations of work are of you.
That's right.
And so we work on those as we go and as they're learning. And then by the time they're trained up and understand everything, they leave and move on, just like kids at home. So it is a little bit sad for us, but we're all very proud of watching our students grow as well.
It is something you can be proud of and know that you really helped them some way that they'll use the rest of their life. Maybe 20 years from now, someone will come back and say, "Do you remember me?"
And I know several of our students have used the scholarship fund and have applied for the scholarships. Several have been awarded, scholarship monies because they do work very hard. And really, some of our college students especially have said that it's been invaluable to their education.
Well, I don't come in here too often anymore, but I do go in the bistro, and I know the ones working in there have always, worked with, seemed to me have been really working out well for you. They're sociable a little bit, but not too much. But if you talk to them, they'll talk back to you, And you've had some really nice, you can tell they come from good homes and all. You've had some really good kids here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I try really hard to hire smart.
Yeah.
Well, Betty, thank you for your time, and thanks for including me in the Monday Madness.
So interesting talking to you.
Thank you. She's so fine to me. You won't believe me, for she's mine, oh mine. Whoa, oh, oh, I've got a girl named Ramble. She's so fine to me. Ramble. You won't believe me, for she's mine, oh mine. I love her so, and I'll never let her go. One thing is certain, she's mine, oh mine, she's mine. All of the time, I've got a girl named Ramble. She's so fine to me. Ramble. You won't believe me, for she's mine, oh mine. Come on, everybody, clap your hands, Rick.
Good job, guys.
Ding dong, ding ding dong. Oh, 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 I've got a girl named Ramble, ding dong. She's so fine to me. Ramble, ding dong. You won't believe me, for she's mine, oh mine. Whoa, oh, 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 yeah, whoa. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. That is how we start our show, ladies and gentlemen. How about a song from Neil Sedaka? This is called Diary. I'd like to look into that little book that you care for, the boy who's in your diary. When it's late at night, what is the name you write? Oh, what I'd give if I could see. Am I the boy that you care for? The boy who's in your diary. Do you recall and make note of all the little things I say and do? The name you underline, I'm hoping that it's mine. Darling, I'm so in love with you. Please don't leave me blue. Make all my dreams come true. You know how much you mean to me. Say I'm the boy that you care for, the boy who's in your diary. Oh, 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 yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Jack McCora, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a way to start the show, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, hey, please.
Thank you
Starting off
guys so
strong.
much.
Hey, one second, let me pull this over here.
Yeah, can you give me a water real quick?
Yeah, let me over a little bit. Should be a little more centered. I feel like this needs to be over here a little more.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a little better. I need a water, too.
Yeah.
I'm like a waiter, too, ladies and gentlemen. I bring a little tote of beverages back here. You never know what's going to be in there, though. There you go, sir.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, welcome and thank you so much for coming to see Jack today. It's the moment I get to say hello and welcome you officially. Hello. Yeah. Well, we're going to have a good time. Like I said, it's kind of like a giant time machine. I feel like at every time we do this show, I feel like I'm in a giant time machine with Jack, and I always say that mine, if you can imagine mine, it looks kind of like a giant Pepsi can.
Yeah.
I drink a lot of
Oddly,
Pepsi.
guys.
A lot of Pepsi.